Hi, YouTube world. Hi, family. Welcome tonight. I think early today. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? Just came back not long ago from work, and I said, let me come on before we go to bed. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. Hello, hello, hello. And if you are new to my channel, I want you to hit the like button. Hopefully you like it, and then hit the like button and subscribe. I need more subscribers. Um, Welcome. I think the title is on here, 90 Day Fiance, African edition. And by African, and that's by the way of Ghana. That's where I'm originally from. I was born in Ghana. Um, in a town called Emia, Kumase, for any Ghanaians or anybody that knows. Well, Ghana is on the map now, especially with the what it was it there was this was what, a year ago or 2 years ago, a year of the return, a year of return, which a lot of people made their way back home. So because a lot of times when you say Africa, people, because I hear a lot of people say South Africa and other places, but I'm like, it's a continent. It's pretty big. So, and Nigeria, of course, is one of the most popular African nations, but Ghana is pretty big too. Um, so that was how my knock, the knock, not mine, Dunark came into my life was pretty much deception, as all narcissistic relationship does. Um, so, like I said in the last video, like watching 90 Days Fiance, I'd be cringing and looking at it like, oh my God, can't you see like they're not that into you? But when you in it, you don't see it because you just lovey-dovey and you just in love. And um like I stated earlier, we are family. His aunt is married to my uncle. So I think whenever the aunt travels back home to Ghana, she would speak fondly of me. I'm not sure if I said that right. But and I think he took his chance, like, let me just try and see how gullible and naive Tay she is. And I was. And I was. Maybe still am. I don't know. But I would like to think I've gotten a lot better from the way I used to be. But that's how it started, basically long distance relationship, which I don't really recommend long distance unless, and I know Tony Gaston talks about this a lot, long distance in the way, by the way of you've been physically together and then maybe there was a separation, whether it's for a job or a family situation, and then the long distance situation will happen. But I mean, we grew up together, so I knew of him. He knew of me, of course. We were all kids, but as we grew, because I came here 92, and literally 92, I turned 12. I think we came here June or July, and in September I turned 12 years old. So I'm 40 now. So imagine how long that's been. But we were kids when I left, so I really didn't know his character and all of that. I just knew, like, yeah, this is somebody I knew, and he's part of the family, and I didn't really think anything of it. But I say all of that to say, like, we really have to take our time because I didn't. And prior, before him, I really didn't have a relationship with really anybody, just one other person really before him, which wasn't like a boyfriend and girlfriend situation. It was just a oops type of situation. Um, but that's how it started, was long distance. I think we were conversating for about 2 years. And then eventually I went back home and got married, or just did a ceremonial marriage, and then came back, filed, and then within a year he came. And when you're talking on the phone with someone, it's very you very high, that girly or lovey-dovey type of emotions that can take you or have you on a cloud nine, and that's where I was. um Nobody could tell me anything. I mean, my dad was not happy. Nobody really was into the relationship except for his aunt. Like I said, she was married to my uncle, and she is the sweetest person. So I don't think she really didn't know who he was either. So I think when everything went down, I think she was just as hurt. Like, oh, I thought, that's my nephew. You know what I mean? So she didn't think anything of it. But yeah, that's how he got here, was just through deception. And I knew the signs were there. There's always signs, always. It's just up to us to really decipher and take our time and really know like what's really going on, because there's always a sign. Because even when I went for the wedding, at one point I was trying to bring some items back home. So we went to purchase it, and I guess he was trying to help me get a good deal. And I remember when the guy said the amount, I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Nah, I didn't, because I'm thinking it was a good deal. And I remember he said, shut up. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't say anything. I just stood really quiet. I was just taken back by it. And once we got done with purchasing the items, he saw that I was upset because I wasn't saying anything, and he was apologetic. Like, I'm sorry. I just wanted you to get some more, discount on the items. But there's a way you could do it without telling somebody to shut up. And the day of the ceremony, um, he got upset. Like, I was gonna go home because before that, we had another celebration where we stayed up late. So I guess his thing was, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and I want to go. And I'm like, that was another sign. So there's always signs, but we just have to be able to say, okay, I don't think this is for me, but I was gun ho about it. This is what I wanted. And I spent all of this money on jewelry. I mean, hindsight is 2020. Is that the same? If I knew, like, the money would have not even mattered. But you don't know what you don't know until, it's too late, basically. But just follow your intuition, because it was there, and I should have listened to it. But sometimes it happens. No matter whatever, how things turn out, it works together for our good, because it makes us stronger. Um, you're more open, you're more vigilant, you're more in tune. Because I really honestly didn't know what intuition was. Because a lot of things, like, it was so strong, and I would deny, like, no, I wanted to physically see it with my own two eyes, then I'll believe it. But I think after everything transpired, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I felt everything that came out. Like the truth was all there. So we just got to follow that intuition because it never lies to you. It never, never lies to you. So that's my 90-day fiance story. Because as soon as he came, of course, played the part, played the role, and you know how narcissistic are. Like once they want to get what they want to get, like he would cry, when I find some things out, and just tears, and you send like, and I felt bad, like, oh my God, why would I say that, or why would I think that about him? This is somebody, look how regretful he is. That's all an act, guys. Don't ever, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. But sometimes you can see through that and know that it's just a facade. They don't, it's a show. It's a show. They don't really feel bad. They don't. They don't feel for anybody but themselves. So take those cues, follow your intuition. Um, and like I said, once everything came out, it was just like, it hurt. And like I said in my last videos, like I was turned into a lunatic because I wanted vengeance. I wanted vengeance. And as you can tell by the title of the channel, that's where that comes from. You know, we got to give it to God because that's not who we are. So regardless of what people do, that's literally, that's none of our business. What they do, that's on to them. So we can let them drag us in the mud with them. So we gotta stand forth, be with God. It's gonna hurt. Do the work, get therapy, and just go through that process. And it's a process, it takes time. And I think once, and I'm glad that the channel happened in the time that it's happened. I think this is my fourth time on here. Um, if I would have had started in the beginning of my journey, I would have been a hot mess. It would have just, all the vengeance of everything what I wanted to do would have steeped out. And that would have not been good for anybody. So I'm glad I've done the work. I've done therapy, and I still need more therapy, as far as my trauma with my childhood and all of that stuff. That needs to be dealt with as well. So I will be much stronger and a lot better for my next, future husband, where there's no residue, basically. Like, let's get the work done and process everything so we have more of a solid and stronger relationship with myself, because that's where it starts. It's the relationship with ourselves, because we all individual. And in my previous video, you've heard me talk about Pastor R.C. Blake's and his amazing teachings that he has done. There's a lot of videos that you can go and watch on Pastor R.C. Blake's, and it will be a tremendous healing for you in the process. And he talks a lot about narcissistic relationship as well. Um, so it has been really, really helpful for me. So yeah, that's my 90-day fiance story. But I'm here. It just makes you stronger. It doesn't go to waste. Nothing that we go through is wasted. It builds you up. It makes you resilient. That, yeah, I didn't know how strong I was because I thought, somebody cheating on me, I will just die. That's not the case, you know. So that's on them. You didn't, you hurt me in that moment, but I think when you've done the work and heal, it's like they didn't hurt you, they hurt themselves. You did me a favor by showing me who you are and being out of my life so the right person will come in. But we have to be able to process that and heal everything that has happened so we can be healthier for the next relationship. So that whole saying, when you out of one relationship, try to get somebody else to basically get over the last, that's not healthy. You just invite more chaotic, more toxic people into your life. Because, like I said in the last video, I was attracting another knock, but this one would have been a religious knock, which would have been the worst. You know what I mean? So we have to do the work. I can't say that. I can't say enough of just getting therapy. It's critical. Like, it's critical for your mental, for your, in every way. And of course, the spiritual aspect, like they all go hand in hand. Um, so let's get the work done and start healing and just living our best lives. So let's heal, love, live. That's my motto. Let's heal, love, live, and just live the rest of your life joyful. Don't be stuck in that emotional rut. Like, it happened. Process that, how you could do better. Learn from it. What part did you played in that made you perhaps stayed as long as you did? Because I know for me it was my pride, not wanting to let people know like they were right about I should have not been in that relationship. It wasn't a healthy relationship, but it was like I wasn't going to get out of it and prove people right. Sometimes we got to swallow our pride. We have to just say, okay, they were right. I was wrong, and admit that I was wrong. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't. It actually makes you stronger to be that vulnerable and just say, okay, I was wrong. That's how you heal. That's how you move on a lot quicker from that pain and not letting being stuck in that energy because it's not good for anybody. It's going to take a toll mentally, spiritually, emotionally, all of that. So do the work. And I'm not trying to make this video too long because the last video was way too long. So just discern, 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 discern. Listen to your intuition. That's God speaking to us like something is not right. Something is not right. And if I learned anything from watching Pastor R.C. Blake's video, like ask questions. And if somebody's not willing to answer your questions, then something is not, something is off. Something is off about that person. And just take note of that. You know what I mean? So we don't want to repeat, you know, because it's not a healthy situation to be in. So I can imagine people that been in a narcissistic relationship over and over and over. I'm sure it could be very draining, and it doesn't have to be. All we just have to do is do the work. Let's do the work. So let's heal, love, live, live our best lives. And thank you guys for watching. So subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Or if anything, I'll probably, if I have time, I come next this weekend. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.